This video and others like it are funded by viewers like you. Thanks for your support. Judge issues arrest warrant for Timothy Alan Livingston. And another story on the hotel where this actually happened. Let's jump into it. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, erasing borders. And now, the news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC-born Rob, erasing borders. I'm DC Rob. Let's jump into this first story right away, and then the second story about the hotel. The hotel is actually shutting down, and I want to meet you on the other side for a quick comment. Let's jump into the first story right away. Judge issues arrest warrant for Timothy Alan Livingston and prepares procedures to request a blue circular from Interpol. The Colombian authorities are in the process of requesting Interpol to issue a blue notice against this American who was with two minors in a hotel room and then fled. The outrage over the case of exploitation of two girls at the Gotham Hotel in El Poblado does not cease in Medellin, especially due to the chain of errors that the police would have made in responding to the incident that allowed the person involved, the American, Timothy Alan Livingston, to flee the country. In the last few hours, it was learned that a guarantee control judge endorsed a request of the Attorney General's office and issued an arrest warrant against this foreigner, who was found with two minors inside a hotel room after being reported by a citizen. The prosecutor's office reported that a prosecutor from the Medellin section is carrying out the procedures before the DIGIN to make a respective request to Interpol to issue a blue circular against the American. The control entity, through the team of the Directorate of Special Investigations, collected documentation and heard different testimonies in order to determine if the conduct with disciplinary relevance occurred during the police procedure in which the suspect was released. The entity seeks to clarify the reasons why the police officers initially detained the American citizen and later he was released without due judicialization. And the fact is that citizens and a good part of the authorities cannot explain the reason why Livingston was not prosecuted and placed at the disposal of the prosecutor's office, despite the fact that at least a dozen police officers arrived at his room and found him with teenagers. Inside the jacuzzi, illicit items such as 2CB, weed, and several used condoms were also found in the bathroom. In recent days, President Gustavo Petro announced that the national government will ask the United States government to extradite this sicko, and they used another word for sicko, this sicko after being found with two girls aged 12 and 13 in a hotel room. The commercial exploitation of children and adolescents is a reprehensible crime that must be punished with the full weight of the justice. Human rights organizations, citizens, and the district administrations have reiterated, which is this great challenge in this period, since there are many cases and almost always invisible or normalized in the midst of society. Okay, this next story is about the hotel. I guess the hotel just got ragged on so much. Again, I still don't get how they're able to put the name out. From day one, they put this hotel name out. And this may be something that was passed on by the local president, the mayor, Gutierrez. But let's jump into the story, and again, I'll meet you on the other side. Attention, Hotel Gotham announces voluntary and definitive closure after the scandal over exploitation of two girls. The establishment reiterated that the foreigner Timothy Alan Livingston, whom justice is seeking, circumvented its controls to admit the two minors. Now they are in the process of liquidating the employees. After learning of the scandal over the case of exploitation against two girls aged 12 and 13 by the American Timothy Alan Livingston, this Sunday a letter was released in which it was announced that the Gotham Hotel, located in El Poblado, and where it happened, it will close permanently. Given the recent events in Gotham, we have decided to voluntarily and definitively close the tourist housing, the letter reads. It must be remembered that this accommodation argued that the foreigner violated their security to enter the two minors, who are currently in the process of reestablishing their rights after only a week of the crime becoming known. However, society and authorities question Gotham for its insufficient controls to prevent these cases. Now, in its letter, the hotel says that with the action of the American, to whom the authorities are looking for, with the arrest warrant against him, it caused damage to the market, which is why they are liquidating the employees, whom they're going to help search for other new formal jobs. For now, We will continue to work closely with the authorities until it is established why there were minors in that area of the city at that time, violating the curfew for boys, girls, and adolescents. And we will accompany the Attorney General's office and the prosecutor's office to investigate the conduct of the competent authority, the statement also says. The truth is that if there are minors on the streets at this time, it is because they are victims of networks and exploitative adults like Timothy Alan Livingston, which is why all the attention should be precisely on why he brought them into the establishment, how it was possible that he violated security, and why the police released him and did not make him available to the prosecutor's office. For their part, Gotham also criticized the domain forfeiture announcements without legal basis, which end up affecting the industry and jobs. This contrasts with the opinion of the other social and human rights sectors, according to which this measure should be applied to place where exploitation of minors occur, since part of the responsibility of the establishment is to have strict measures that prevent these violations of their rights occur. Our commitment from day one, even before this event, has been to fight against the sad scourge of exploitation of young ones and human trafficking, the company said, adding that they have participated in more than 70 meetings throughout this year and time with different institutions to address these issues. Unfortunately, despite all the controls and actions, this time it was our turn, they stated in a letter. For now, the search is focused on the American who caused so much damage in the capital of Antioquia before fleeing the country. Okay, I wanted to ask you to meet me on this side for a couple of different notes. One, the blue circular. Blue circular does not mean arrest. They cannot hold him, okay? Just like Jesse Weissman, who's still on the run as far as I know for that horrendous act. He is accused of a horrendous act. That's why they needed a red Interpol circular. Red means to detain, hold, arrest. The blue means gather information. Yeah, we seen him. We seen him. And he's over here. I don't get what that's going to do. Okay, first of all, I just wanted to address that in the story, the difference between blue and red Interpol circular. I don't want to say anything bad about the mayor, but I read all the news every day. You guys pass me on stories, pictures, videos, and best believe it's not just this one American who came down and did this or is accused of doing this horrendous crime. If I had to guess, I would say 0.1%. You know, the rest are going to be locals or other foreigners. They're going to be Colombians, let's face it. I mean, it's an anomaly that somebody happens to get caught and they get the press because they're a foreigner. So this stuff goes on daily. So there's a lot behind the scenes that needs to be addressed by the mayor and not just go after Americans that are delving into this sicko mentality. There's other foreigners, and let's face it, there's Colombians too, okay, that facilitate all of this crap. But by all means, anybody involved in this, you know what I say about it. You know, street justice, I'll put that out there. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest on this sicko news. More news to come. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, hold on, guys. Right quick. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Mori. Contact information in the description below.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.